Depending on who you ask, 2019 is either the worst time to offer a four-door sedan or the best. In a stroke of good timing on Nissan's part, both of its mid-size sedans are new for 2019. The 2019 Altima arrived earlier this year, and now its bigger brother, the 2019 Nissan Maxima, is here. With these two solid sedans, Nissan isn't just paying lip service to mid-size shoppers, but is instead doubling down on product. Anne Corral, Chief Marketing Manager for Maxima, says, "Opportunities abound if you bring the right car to market." Positioned as an upper mid-size car to differentiate it from the Altima, the Maxima caters to customers who prefer a more hands-on driving experience. Being a mid-cycle refresh, the 2019 Maxima doesn't break any new ground, but instead offers a host of small upgrades and cosmetic enhancements focused on keeping it competitive among near-luxury sedans. Power is routed through the front wheels by way of Nissan's 3.5-liter V6, tuned here to generate a stout 300 horsepower and 261 pound-feet of torque. Though it may no longer be the four-door sports car it once was, the Maxima will happily light up its front tires in response to an aggressive stab to the throttle. Once those tires find traction, look out, there's still enough torque steer to tuck the wheel away from a straight trajectory. A continuously variable transmission is the only option, featuring 7-step gears to approximate the sensation of a traditional automatic. Those hankering for a bit more verve can opt for the SR trim, which adds generously sized fixed paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. It's the only trim model to feature them. Leave the selector in drive, and the transmission does a commendable job of keeping the engine and the power band at any speed. Plenty of mid-range punch is on hand to make passing maneuvers easy, and the Maxima leaps forward with a satisfying growl, thanks to the tuning of that V6. Along the twisty roads outside of Napa, California, the Maxima's body rolls upon initial turn-in, even with the sport suspension exclusively fitted to the senior straight line. Speed is more than Maxima's forte. An EPA highway rating of 30 mpg combined with an 18-gallon tank make it an impressively long-legged highway cruiser. But what the Maxima might lack in actual sport, it has gained in luxury appointments. The new Rakuda Tan semi-aniline leather package, available exclusively in the top-line Platinum Reserve package, is a knockout. The cognac heat color is fetching, though featuring it on the lower portion of the steering wheel results in an effect that's more bling than style. Still, the diamond-quilted leather feels great to the touch, and the satin bronze trim adds a nice contrasting element along the dash. On the outside, Nissan has freshened up the exterior bits. Up front, the chrome surround is pulled down below the bumper line, creating sort of a grille-within-a-grille effect. LED headlights are now standard across the board. And there's a new orange exterior color, Sunset Drift. Every Maxima comes standard with an 8.0-inch touchscreen for infotainment featuring Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, and the screen is subtly angled towards the driver by 7 degrees to make inputs easier. If you'd prefer to talk to the car instead, the Platinum trim offers access to Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant through its Nissan Connect app. Also standard on Platinum is Nissan's Active Tech Safety Suite that includes features such as automatic emergency braking, lane departure warnings, and automatic rear braking. Though the suite is also offered as an option package on SR trims, it is unavailable elsewhere in the lineup. Also absent is Nissan's ProPilot driving assistance system, which requires fully electric power steering and an electronic parking brake, both of which the Maxima doesn't have. High-end iPhone and Android users rejoice. The Maxima offers 2 USB Type-C connectors with quick charge capability. There's one in the front console, and one in the rear, complementing a traditional USB port for legacy devices. But be sure to bring a cable as there is no inductive charging pad. Starting at $34,845 for the S trim and topping out at $42,335 for the loaded Platinum model, the Maxima carries on Nissan's tradition of offering a full-featured sedan with a touch of luxury and a nod to sport. The biggest competition, ironically, might be the all-new Altima, which starts almost 10 grand below the Maxima, offers more interior cargo room, and is available with all-wheel drive and Pro-Pilot. But if a swank interior and punchy engine are must-haves, the Maxima is worth a look.
Subaru is looking to secure the S209 nameplate with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. Brought forward by Auto Guide, the filing refers to automobiles and structural parts and structural fittings therefore, as well as floor mats for automobiles. In all likelihood, given the automaker's naming scheme, the S209 could be a limited edition of the WRX STI. Last year, Subaru launched the S208 in Japan, with a choice of special exterior colors and 19-inch wheels. Beneath the skin, the car benefits from adjustable Bilstein dampers, faster steering rack and active torque vectoring for the rear wheels. Power comes from a more powerful 2.0-liter four-banger, which produces an extra 28 horsepower, to a total of 324 horsepower. 3 years ago, the Subaru WRX STI S207 was introduced, with visual and technical updates, and 324 horsepower available on tap. Unlike the S208, which came in 450 examples, the S207 was limited to 400 units, so the production run of the rumored S209 might be capped at around 500 cars. Also, while the S207 and S208 versions of the Subaru WRX STI were offered exclusively in Japan, the alleged S209 will probably be launched in the US, given the local trademark application. And it could serve as the swan song of the outgoing model, as a new generation is believed to arrive in 2020.
Nissan announced Wednesday that it will release 50 of its GTR supercar with a unique option package to celebrate its association with tennis player Naomi Osaka. Osaka signed as a brand representative for Nissan in September after becoming the first Japanese woman to take victory in the women's singles Grand Slam tennis tournament. Nissan gave Osaka the privilege to pick 3 special interior and exterior color schemes for the GTR designed in her honor, which can be mixed and matched to align with customer preference. As it's based on a 2019 GTR Premium, the unnamed Special Edition's 3.8-liter, twin-turbo VR38 DETT V6 rolls out 565 horsepower and 467 pound-feet of torque, distributed through an all-wheel drive system. To advertise its still considerable performance, this version of the GTR features a tri-carbon spoiler with LED brake lights for a more exotic look than the GTR Premium on which it's based, but more conservative than the GTR Nismo. A final addition to distinguishing this edition is a gold serial plaque in the engine bay, to which you can point with your hood up at Cars and Coffee. That's if they have such events in Japan, that is. It's the only market where Nissan plans to sell this GTR variant. Pricing details are promised in January. Nissan appears to be taking a leaf from Subaru's book and maintaining interest in its aging model with a barrage of special editions. Earlier this month, it opened orders for its $1.1 million GTR 50 Etal design, whose production will bash against the same 50-unit limit as this vehicle, but with its more exotic looks, power output, and price tag, it'd be the one to have if you're in the market for a special GTR.
The all-new Subaru Crosstrek plug-in hybrid is not just for US customers, it's also going to be launched in Canada. Subaru originally said the first ever Subaru with a plug-in would only be sold in the US, but that has changed. It's also heading up north. Subaru Canada just announced they will get the 2020 Subaru Crosstrek plug-in hybrid at the end of next year. The US will get it at the end of December 2018. The Subaru Crosstrek PHEV was built to comply with California's zero-emission vehicle (ZEV) regulations. Canada is accelerating the deployment of ZEVs and has a long-term goal to reduce emissions by 80% from 2005 levels by 2050. According to a recent report, Canada has seen impressive growth in ZEV sales over the past few years. In fact, ZEV sales in Canada increased 68% between 2016 and 2017. As of the end of 2017, the total number of ZEVs on Canadian roads was 47,800. The new 2020 Subaru Crosstrek plug-in hybrid could be a good seller in Canada. Quebec, Ontario and British Columbia will be prime targets for the new Subaru plug-in, where there has been significant growth in ZEV sales over the 2013 to 2017 time period. Subaru Corporation tapped Toyota's vast hybrid resources for their first-ever PHEV. Subaru's new plug-in hybrid technology pulled largely from the Toyota's Prius Prime. The 2019 Subaru Crosstrek hybrid integrates the Toyota hybrid system mated with Subaru's four-cylinder direct injection boxer engine, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and an all-new CVT automatic transmission. According to the Subaru of America press release, it's estimated to achieve an all-electric range of 17 miles, making it a good city commuter during the week. Subaru says the new powertrain is a full second quicker from 0 to 60 mph than the standard Crosstrek and gets up to 90 mpge with a total range of 480 miles when using both gas and electric power. The all-new Subaru Crosstrek hybrid is capable of speeds up to 65 mph when in full electric mode. It's now coming to Canadian showrooms late 2019.